Monogamy. Monogamy is a form of marriage where an individual has only one spouse at a time. There are two main types. Straight monogamy involves a lifelong commitment to one spouse with no remarriage after the partner's death or divorce. Serial monogamy, on the other hand, allows for multiple sequential marriages where individuals remarry after a previous marriage ends due to death or divorce. Both forms are legally recognized in many countries, with laws typically preventing polygamous relationships. Polygamy. When a man engages in polygamy, he marries multiple women at the same time. It is common in some African and Islamic cultures and is legally accepted in these regions. There are two distinct forms of polygamy. In sororal polygyny, the spouses are sisters. In non-sororal polygyny, the spouses are not biologically related. Polyandry. Polyandry is a form of marriage where a woman has multiple husbands who share household responsibilities, economic contributions, and child-rearing duties. It comes in two types. Fraternal polyandry, where a woman marries brothers to maintain family property and reduce resource division. And non-fraternal polyandry, which is less common and involves husbands who are not related. Practiced in regions like Tibet, Nepal, and among the Tota tribe in India, polyandry helps ensure economic stability in harsh environments by pooling resources and limiting population growth. But polyandry has its own set of unique repercussions. As a result, the question of the identity of the child's biological father becomes relevant. The Totas have a ceremony where a man and his wife use a bow and arrow to legally recognize the man as the father of his child. Same-sex marriage. It is the legally or socially recognized union between two individuals of the same gender. The movement for same-sex marriage gained momentum in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, leading to its legalization in many countries, including Canada, Spain, South Africa, and the United States. This type of marriage allows same-sex couples to enjoy the same legal rights and social recognition as heterosexual couples, including inheritance, adoption, and spousal benefits. Arranged marriage. It is a traditional marital union where families, rather than individuals, play a key role in partner selection. Common in regions like South Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Africa, an arranged marriage involves families considering factors like social status, religion, and compatibility. While it may seem antiquated to some, arranged marriage often prioritizes family values, cultural continuity, and long-term compatibility. The involvement of families can provide a supportive foundation for the couple. Love marriage. It is a type of union where the individuals choose their partners based on mutual affection, attraction, and emotional connection, rather than arrangements made by their families. This type of marriage is more common in Western cultures, though it is increasingly prevalent worldwide due to changing social norms and the influence of globalization. Couples often go through a period of dating or courtship to nurture compatibility before tying the knot. This freedom of choice is celebrated as a fundamental right and a cornerstone of personal happiness and fulfillment. Civil marriage. Civil marriage is a legally recognized union between two individuals conducted and registered by a government authority rather than through a religious institution. This form of marriage provides couples with legal rights and obligations, such as property rights, inheritance, and spousal benefits. Civil marriages are particularly significant in secular societies where the separation of church and state is emphasized. They ensure that all individuals, regardless of religious beliefs, can access the legal benefits of marriage. This type of marriage is inclusive of all couples, including those of different faiths, mixed religions, or no religious affiliation. And it also accommodates same-sex couples in countries where same-sex marriage is legal. Civil marriage ceremonies are typically straightforward and formal, taking place in government offices, courthouses, or other authorized venues. The ceremony is officiated by a public official, such as a judge, mayor, or other designated government representative. In many countries, civil marriage is a prerequisite for legal recognition, even for those who choose to have a religious ceremony. Religious marriage. It is a sacred union between two individuals conducted and solemnized by a religious authority, in accordance with the customs, rituals, and beliefs of a specific faith tradition. In religious marriage ceremonies, couples typically make vows before a religious leader, clergy member, or officiant and the ceremony may include prayers, blessings, scripture readings, and other religious rituals specific to the faith tradition. The vows exchanged during a religious marriage ceremony are often considered sacred promises made not only to each other but also to a higher power. Ceremonies vary widely across religions, such as Christian weddings in churches, Jewish weddings under a chuppah, and Muslim weddings in mosques. Cohabitation. Cohabitation refers to the living arrangement where two individuals, typically in a romantic relationship, share a household and live together without being married or in a legally recognized partnership. This arrangement has become increasingly common in modern societies, reflecting changing attitudes towards marriage, relationships, and living arrangements. While cohabitation is often seen as a precursor to marriage or a long-term partnership, some couples choose to remain in a cohabiting relationship without formalizing their union. In some jurisdictions, long-term cohabitation can result in legal rights similar to marriage, often referred to as common law marriage. Open marriage. It is a non-traditional marital arrangement where partners agree to allow each other to engage in extramarital sexual relationships. Unlike traditional monogamous marriages, open marriages operate on the basis of mutual consent and often have established boundaries and rules to manage outside relationships. While open marriage may not be suitable for everyone, for some couples, it offers a fulfilling and liberating way to navigate the complexities of modern relationships while maintaining a deep and meaningful connection with their partner. Although it is legally recognized as a marriage in most jurisdictions, the extramarital aspects are not usually recognized by law. Proxy marriage. It is a unique type of marriage where one or both partners are not physically present during the ceremony. Instead, they are represented by friends, family members, or legal representatives who stand in their place and exchange vows on their behalf. This form of marriage is legally recognized in some jurisdictions, allowing couples to marry even if one or both partners are unable to attend the ceremony due to military deployment, immigration issues, or other logistical challenges. While the specifics of proxy marriage laws vary by country and jurisdiction, they typically involve strict guidelines to prevent abuse or fraud. Group marriage. Group marriage, also known as communal marriage or polyfidelity, is a form of marriage where multiple individuals form a committed and intimate relationship with each other. Unlike polygamy, where one individual has multiple spouses, in group marriage, all members of the group are considered equal partners and share both emotional and physical intimacy with each other. Group marriages can take various forms, ranging from small, intimate groups to larger, more complex arrangements involving multiple households. Some groups may live together in a communal setting, while others may maintain separate residences, but come together regularly for shared activities and gatherings. Group marriages are not legally recognized in most countries. Levirate marriage. A levirate marriage is literally a marriage with a brother-in-law. It is a cultural tradition where a man is obligated to marry his deceased brother's widow. This practice originates from the Latin word levirare, which means husband's brother. It is found in various cultures, including Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and some indigenous societies. In a levirate marriage, the surviving brother marries the widow to ensure her welfare and security, providing for her and any children from the previous marriage. This helps preserve family lineage and maintain inheritance and property rights within the family. In some cases, widows have the option to decline the marriage or marry another male relative of their deceased husband. Sororate marriage. It is a cultural practice where a man marries the sister of his deceased wife. This custom exists in various societies worldwide, serving social, economic, and cultural purposes. In sororate marriage, the primary objective is often to maintain family ties and ensure the welfare of the husband and any children from the previous marriage. By marrying his deceased wife's sister, the man retains a connection to his wife's family, ensuring continued support and assistance. Additionally, sororate marriage helps preserve inheritance rights, property ownership, and social status within the family and community. Today, sororate marriage is less common and often subject to legal and cultural scrutiny. Ghost marriage. Ghost marriage, also known as spirit marriage or posthumous marriage, is a cultural practice where one or both parties are deceased at the time of the ceremony. Found in various cultures, including parts of China, Sudan, and France, it involves a living person marrying a deceased individual's spirit or arranging a marriage between two deceased persons. The reasons include ensuring the deceased's well-being in the afterlife, maintaining family lineage, and resolving inheritance or property issues. Ghost marriage can also provide companionship to the deceased in the afterlife and uphold family honor or societal expectations. Temporary marriage. Temporary marriage, also known as muda in Shia Islam and nikah misyar in Sunni Islam, refers to a form of marriage contract with a predetermined duration. This type of marriage is prevalent in certain Muslim communities and allows couples to enter into a temporary union for companionship, financial support, or other purposes without the long-term commitment associated with traditional marriage. The duration of the marriage contract is agreed upon by both parties, ranging from a few hours to several years. While controversial and subject to varying interpretations within Islamic jurisprudence, temporary marriage provides a legal framework for relationships in contexts such as travel or specific social and economic circumstances. Consanguineous marriage. It refers to a union between cousins prevalent in certain cultures worldwide for maintaining family ties and property. Cousin marriages are common in regions like the Middle East, South Asia, and among specific communities globally. While legally recognized in some countries, it is prohibited in others due to genetic concerns. Cross-cousin marriage involves the children of a brother and sister. This form of marriage is widespread in certain African and South Asian cultures and is legally recognized in regions where it holds cultural significance. A parallel cousin marriage entails the children of two brothers or two sisters. More prevalent in Middle Eastern cultures, it is legally recognized in regions where this practice is culturally significant. Interfaith marriage. It refers to a union between partners who belong to different religious faiths. Interfaith marriage brings together partners from different religious backgrounds, merging diverse cultural and spiritual traditions. These unions foster mutual respect and understanding between communities, but also pose challenges such as navigating religious practices, holidays, and raising children. Despite hurdles like family acceptance and community support, many interfaith marriages thrive on open communication and a commitment to celebrating both faiths, promoting tolerance in our diverse world. While legally recognized in most countries, they may encounter social or religious challenges in some communities. Inter-caste marriage. It refers to a union between individuals belonging to different caste backgrounds within the Indian caste system. It challenges traditional social norms and expectations regarding marriage alliances, which historically have been based on caste distinctions. Inter-caste marriages symbolize a break from these norms and often face resistance or opposition from families and communities entrenched in caste-based traditions. Interracial marriage. Interracial marriage refers to a union between partners from different racial or ethnic backgrounds. These marriages blend diverse cultures, traditions, and perspectives, enriching the lives of the individuals involved. Historically, interracial marriages faced severe societal and legal challenges, especially in countries with histories of racial segregation and discrimination. For instance, in the United States, anti-miscegenation laws banned interracial marriages until the 1967 Supreme Court case Loving v. Virginia, which struck down these laws as unconstitutional. Today, interracial marriages are more common and generally more accepted, reflecting greater social diversity and diminishing racial barriers. However, they can still encounter unique challenges, such as cultural differences, potential family opposition, and societal prejudices. Common law marriage. Common law marriage, also known as informal marriage or marriage by habit and repute, is a legal arrangement between a couple living together and presenting themselves as married without a formal ceremony or marriage license. Despite its informal nature, common law marriage provides legal recognition and protection for couples who choose to live together as spouses without a formal wedding ceremony. But laws vary by location, with some regions recognizing it automatically after a certain period of cohabitation, while others require specific criteria to be met. Celestial marriage. Celestial marriage is a term used in the context of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to describe a form of marriage intended to last not only for this life but for eternity. This sacred covenant is made in a temple ceremony, where couples are sealed together with the belief that their bond will continue beyond death and into the afterlife. This type of marriage is seen as essential for achieving the highest degree of glory in the afterlife, according to LDS doctrine. Marriage of convenience. A marriage of convenience is a practical union motivated by benefits like citizenship, financial stability, or social status rather than love. While lacking romance, it can fulfill specific needs or goals. In some cases, these marriages may evolve into genuine partnerships based on mutual respect and understanding, while in others, they may remain transactional arrangements. A marriage of convenience is legally recognized if all requirements are met, though motivations may vary. Intergenerational marriage. Intergenerational marriage refers to a union between individuals who have a significant age difference, typically spanning across generations. While less common than marriages between peers, intergenerational marriages take place for various reasons, including love, companionship, and shared interests. These unions can present unique challenges related to differing life stages, perspectives, and societal perceptions. Despite these challenges, intergenerational marriages often thrive, showcasing the resilience of love and the ability to overcome societal norms. Shotgun marriage. It is a marriage that is hastily arranged, often due to an unplanned pregnancy. The name shotgun marriage originates from the stereotype that the father of the pregnant woman might coerce the boyfriend into marrying her to legitimize the pregnancy, sometimes metaphorically at gunpoint. In such marriages, the primary goal is often to provide a legitimate family structure for the unborn child and to avoid social stigma associated with out-of-wedlock births. Shotgun marriages are legally recognized as any other marriage, provided they meet the legal requirements of the jurisdiction in which they occur. Walking marriage. Walking marriage is a unique practice among the Moshuo people of southwestern China. In this arrangement, partners do not marry or cohabit permanently. Instead, a man visits the woman's household at night and returns to his own family in the morning. This system allows personal freedom and flexibility, with relationships based on mutual consent and affection, without traditional marital obligations. Children from these unions are raised in the mother's household, with maternal uncles and relatives playing significant roles. Property and family names are inherited through the female line, minimizing conflicts over inheritance and avoiding complications associated with divorce. It is not legally recognized outside Moshuo society. Child marriage. Child marriage is a harmful practice where one or both parties are under 18, violating children's rights and impacting their health, well-being, and future. Approximately 12 million girls are married before the age of 18 every year globally. It forces children, especially girls, into adult roles prematurely, perpetuating poverty as child brides often drop out of school and face limited economic opportunities and health risks, such as early pregnancy. Child brides are also at higher risk of experiencing domestic violence. Despite efforts to end it, child marriage persists due to social norms, poverty, lack of education, and gender inequality. In some regions, up to 40% of girls are married before turning 18. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family who might find it interesting. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on my latest content. Also, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on the different types of marriage.